Welcome to Mystic Moons, Cancer. What is it today? Is the 9th or the 10th? We're kind of easing into mid-January. One could also say not quite. That would be rushing it along. Does Cancerian energy rush? I don't know if I would use that term. It's like there are things to be done, perhaps things to be done at certain times. Is that rushing if it has to be? Anyway, I wanted to go and start working on mid-January. And right now I wanted to do a reading for Cancer. Cancer, as I already said, thank you for coming to Mystic Moons. I do hope you are enjoying, the days so far that January has given us. January certainly has started off with a big start, hasn't it? The year ended on a big note. One would think that the days upcoming of the remaining January should be quite interesting to see. Anyway, Cancer, let's get a message for you. Let's go and see mid-January energy for Cancer. I don't know if I had that there, but anyway, I'm concerned with this. I have 2 of Pentacles, Cancer. 2 of Pentacles. Someone's making a decision. Cancer very well could be you. You could be sitting in King of Pentacles energy. Someone likewise could be approaching in King of Pentacles, King of Cups energy. With a determination, either way, I have a determination, let the past be the past. And what awaits the new? Well, for some of you, whatever you've been pushing behind you, even if it's just life in general, you're going to start having some new things occupy your headspace. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles gets the Moon. Page of Cups. It's like perception matters a lot, Cancer. Perception matters a lot, and also, too, how do you take what you have? Well, that's always the question, right? How do you take what you have and make it the best? Regardless of their obvious losses, their obvious wins, how do you capitalize upon what you've built so far? Hello, baseball. Baseball goats, hello. Believe you were on here before, right? Well, I think if I was going to be engaged, it would be this finger. This is my ring. But no, I have nothing on this ring, or that finger rather. This is a gift. Someone gave it to me over Christmas. He also gifted me a very pretty necklace with moons and stars, a very delicate chain. But this is just kind of interesting. One thing I noticed though, it's made out of this alpaca. It's from a Spanish brand. And I think I may be allergic a little bit to the metal. Alpaca silver is a mixture of bronze, sterling silver, and nickel. And I think I could be allergic to nickel. Thank you, Mike Lee. You know, I would check it out, Mike Lee. The brand is called Nola. It's an Argentinian brand. And I do think their jewelry that they make is actually kind of like, I think it's unisex. It's like very, I mean, literally, they just go and take the gemstone and they stick it on jewelry instead of like refining it and things like that. I mean, it's interesting when you see so much jewelry, people, it's like they want to put their touch on the stone and their own signature into the jewelry line. And sometimes that refinement is, it almost cuts down on the beauty of the stone itself. And it really is just an interesting topic, treatment of just taking a stone and putting it up there. And I just, in general, too, I mean, I love stones. I go outside and I pick up all sorts of stones. Like this was from the river where I do my astrological notes, like whether it's actually a semi-precious stone or, again, something I pick up. I just love stones. Exactly. It's also too like everybody refines the stone or jewelry. They treat the same way, even regardless if they polish it, if they have it into facets. And it's like it all becomes the same as opposed to when you dig something up or you see something on the ground. I mean, every piece is different and has its own sort of characteristics. And I actually think that's a pretty interesting idea for jewelry in general. It's like almost taking a step back from your own ego and assembling it and letting the piece just be with who it speaks to as a wearer. I don't know. It's an interesting concept and an interesting way to treat, let's say, the topic of like adornments, right? Adornments and accessories. And I've been thinking a lot about accessories too. I've been coming up with making up like my own line of bags and things that people can find useful. And at the same time, it has, it has function, it has beauty, but at the same time, it just adds on to what the person does. Q-tip. But, it's something that I think about in the things that I do. The best we can be as we do what we feel we're meant to do. So this is like a pencil case, obviously. It could also be markers. It could be charcoal. It could be brushes too. But this is also just another idea of just, I hear you, little cat, be quiet. My cat's like, he was quiet all day long, but now he has things to say. Well, thank you for saying hi, Mike. And do you have a good day? Bye. I know, he's a Siamese. Siamese are black holes of attention. He's always going to be complaining if I'm not paying full attention to him. But anyway, that's a Siamese for you. They'll cry when they're hungry. They'll cry when they're bored. They'll cry when they're lonely. They'll cry if somebody is sitting in their chair. They'll cry if they're cold. They'll cry if their litter is dirty. Anyway, I'm going to go and get started with or continue with this Cancer reading. Nice again to say hi, Mike Lee. And hello, Carl. How are you? Nice to meet you. All right, so the moon. The moon, Page of Cups, and Queen of Wands. Let's go and clarify this Page of Cups. What kind of offer is coming? I do think things are going to pick up for you. Things are going to be busy. You're going to have new things to occupy your mind. Should we clarify the moon first or clarify with this Page of Cups? I also do wonder here with Queen of Wands in this energy under a Two of Pentacles. Is this Queen of Wands adept at handling multiple concerns? Is it worth her to have multiple things that have equal priority in your mind? Or is it really just about, these things aren't as important as this? That could be the question here too. So actually, let's go and clarify the moon first, especially it being a Cancerian read and the moon. I feel the moon is both Pisces and Cancer. Let's see the moon. Hermit. Knight of Pentacles. And the Sun. We have that Seven of Pentacles again. Well, first of all, Cancer, let me go and say with Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, and Sun, I do think things are going to start popping up for you. I kind of think new things are going to start popping up for you, not old things, even though I have Seven of Pentacles here as bottom of the deck energy. I feel like they're new. But I'm also getting here, well, first of all, it's like under the moon, what you choose or the choices that you have. It's not like you can ask anybody for advice, or it would be constructive, Cancer, to ask anybody for advice of what you should do or what do they think. I think they're not going to really get it. I just don't think that there's going to be, it's even worth it to get other people's ideas on this, on what you should do or how you should operate, what to go first. It really is something you should think about yourself, something you should handle yourself. It's a vision, Cancer, that only you ultimately see. And how you get there, it's something that only you ultimately can feel. Only you ultimately can feel the best choices of how to operate. And it's like talking about it with other people. Do I even say this? Is almost like a waste of time. I don't know. It's not constructive. It's not the best way to use it. It's better to go and think in your head, brood in your head, than get some conversation there. I will say, Cancer, it is kind of the obvious here. What you should do is what you feel called to do. And also, too, Cancer, what's going to bring you that ultimate happiness? I was talking Cancer earlier to someone, and this woman has two choices ahead of her. And I feel ultimately suck it up and plow through it. Ultimately go for the direction that's going to bring you happiness the fastest. This just hermit happiness the fastest. This just hermit and instances that ultimately is not going to get you to where you are. If there's a way, Cancer, to go and you know where you want to go, go for it. Go for it despite the uncertainties. That's what I'm seeing here. Go for it despite things not logically being worked out. You have the logical idea. Perhaps you don't have the logical vehicle or path or method to do so, but you have the idea and you know that where you are right now is not where you're going to remain. More than enough reason, Cancer, to push it. Yes. Push it forward. Yes. Page of Cups. Page of Cups has the Hierophant. I feel like I'm getting the Hierophant a lot today. Yes. Wonder why. I'm also getting strong Pisces a lot too. Anyway. Page of Cups clarified by the Hierophant, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, Cancer. What is Hierophant? Do I have? I feel like this overall reading is about life, your life direct. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Talking about my Wi-Fi while taking this. Take it because that just feels like my Wi-Fi. I'm not going to take that one. Don't worry. If we wants to come out, Cancer, it'll come out. I have more than enough faith in this that a message that wants to come out will come out. Let's go and see about the Hierophant. Hierophant, I have Temperance, Six of Wands, it's basically how you operate, Cancer, how you're operating right now. Okay, yeah, Cancer, I have a life reading. I have a life reading for you. Page of Cups clarified by one of the cards is Hierophant. Hierophant has Temperance, Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles. This is definitely a life reading. This isn't about any one particular facet of your life, whether it is love, whether it is work. I'm going to start off actually talking about, it's also like the moves you need to take. First of all, Hierophant, Five of Swords and Eight of Swords. Right now, Cancer, you are, I wonder, willingly or unwillingly, too. Let me say that. Two of Pentacles clarified by by the Moon. Some of you could have to make movement that you don't really know where it's going to land you. Could be not particularly welcomed. It's kind of like a little lost energy. Where is it? What do I do? And ultimately, Cancer, what I'm getting here under Page of Cups is to, even though, let's say, the delivery of change may not be what you want. Like, in other words, it may not be. Is soft even the right word? I do wonder about the smoothness of this change with these energies being here. And then also the moon as well. It's like some of you may have your back to the wall. You're getting edged in more and more into a corner, trying to look for the best way out. And Cancer, there really is no best way out. It's just pushing forward and, embrace it. At the very least, Cancer, you're getting change. And I feel the more that you embrace it, Cancer, that energy, the energy that's colliding towards you, the energy that's boiling around you, is almost going to go and ricochet into something quite interesting. Here, Temperance, Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Eventually you're going to go and get some stability. Some recognition, a chance to really breathe. In some way, there's been some sort of restraint here in how you've been operating. Could have been how you've been operating for a long time. I don't know whether that's your actual physical environment. I don't know if that's doing what you've been doing for work. I don't know if that's the people who you have been dealing with, or just overall life situations here with Temperance. Feels like there is, as I said, some friction here with the energy of Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Moon. Some friction with some change that's coming. Not everything, excuse me, not everything is going to be clear on how to proceed. But that's not the point, Cancer. What I am getting here, Cancer, is, oh my God, be ruthless. How ruthless can you be, Cancer, while keeping a smile on your face? Also, too, it's like not oversharing in anything. You're just collecting information for yourself. You definitely are not really, seeing what the environment can offer you, and at the same time, not really saying anything about your own situation, Cancer. If anything, you're seeing what the environment can offer you, and Cancer, presenting yourself as an idea person. That's what I see here. Like, for instance, if you know somebody needs their lawn mowed, someone needs I don't know, help me out here. I like all, whatever, like mundane things, complicated things. Like someone needs their lawn mowed, someone needs a cake, someone needs their car door power lock unfixed, or whatever, mechanical issues, whatever they may be, right? Someone needs help with the homework. Someone needs a marketing presentation done. It feels like just basically the whole range of what you can do to really mundane, simple things to really complicated things. If you can do that, Cancer, maybe to, take it, as I say, with a grain of salt. I'm only saying what I feel here. Well, can you exaggerate, Cancer? I think in here, I don't know, there's exaggeration. The main point, Cancer, is to see how wide your range is, who's receptive to you. What is happening right now? In order to do that, you need to go and find out what other people's needs are, Cancer. And do you want to get involved in those needs? Is there a benefit to you getting involved in those needs? There's a benefit somewhere, Cancer. Is quite the element of exaggeration, showmanship, bluffing. I don't know, it's a little fun, Cancer. Very sharp, Cancer. I'm sure you could do it, Cancer. 8 of Swords, clarified by the Emperor and Justice. So that little voice in your head, well, maybe I can't promise all that. Maybe I can't all do that. Maybe, that's not quite who I am or what I do. How would I make that happen, even if I had the choice to do it or the chance to do it? Yeah, don't allow the small details, of course. I say that tongue in cheek. Emperor and Justice are not small details, but under an 8 of Swords, I'm going to say don't sweat the small details. Because first of all, here's the reason why, Cancer. All this is under a Page of Cups. A Page of Cups is new beginnings. Cancer, how will you know? It's the energy I'm getting. How will you know what you can and cannot do, Cancer, if you don't have the opportunity to put it into action, into practice? So, Cancer, this tells me that there's a tendency to impose limits. It's like you've already cut yourself off before you even got started, Cancer. And that's why I really think you should lean into this 5 of Swords energy. Cancer, there's a lot you can do. And that's why I definitely think in here it's okay to, well, see what people's needs are. What do they expect? Be a little bit of a chameleon. And see where the opportunities lie. Exaggeration. Ooh, exaggeration is okay. It is energy, as I said. If you put limits on yourself, Cancer, if you keep on putting, plenty of other people are going to put limits on you, but here under Page of Cups, no, don't cut yourself off. Don't cut off your opportunities. And the only way to get those opportunities, at least in the reading I have right here, is for you to overstep your boundaries in ways you haven't done before. I would say exaggeration calls for that. And as I said, really taking a sharp look at what people's needs are and if you want to get involved or not. And then if you do, go for it. Because as I said, if you're the one putting limits on yourself, first of all, how will you know, Cancer, if you never give yourself a chance? And also, too, as I said before, this Hierophant, the stability that's under this Hierophant, very stable Hierophant, very constant Hierophant. I like this Hierophant. It's long lasting. I think that you may think perhaps if you allow that voice of reason, but I'm calling it the voice of limitation. If you allow the voice of reason to sound in your head, oh, I can't do this or blah, blah, blah. That's just really, I hear you. That's just limitations. And with that Hierophant and the 5 of Swords, it's unwarranted. It ultimately is unwarranted, Cancer. Cancer, you have adaptability and fluidity. There's a lot you can do, Cancer. There's even more you could do if you're given the chance to do it. Queen of Wands, World, 7 of Cups, and Magician. Oh, yes, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So actually, I'm going to just retweak my initial thing. As I said, you have new things that are going to come into your attention view, new things that are going to occupy your mind, new responsibilities, Cancer. I feel like with its Two of Pentacles, it definitely is new situations. Whether those situations are work or love, it doesn't really matter. I am getting this more as, well, it is a life reading. And of course, a good component of life is what we use to support ourselves in that life, right? What keeps our whatever it's called, our utilities on, what keeps the roof over our head, what keeps the house warm, what keeps the food coming, etc. So therefore, work is a good portion of that. And Cancer, you're going to have some opportunities that are going to come up. I do think, Cancer, when I say you're going to have opportunities that are going to come up, I don't necessarily think, Cancer, you're going to get those opportunities just by sitting passively and people are going to come knocking on your door or calling your phone or emailing you. I think you're going to get those opportunities, Cancer, by putting yourself out there, first of all. And Cancer, I do get a lot of showmanship. I do get a lot of swag and bluffing. Even if you don't feel it, Cancer, if it has your interest and if it's worth your while, Cancer, and it's something you are, as I said, interested in, I say go for it. Whatever they want to hear, tell them. That's what I'm getting here. And then, as I said, this Queen of Wands is literally the ability to do anything, very adaptable. World, Seven of Cups, a magician. Now, Cancer, ultimately, what I have here is that there are things you can do right now that you never even considered you could do this morning. Really important things, big things, different things, many things. So, first of all, Cancer, I don't want you putting yourself into a box of, well, I've only done this or I can only do that. Cancer, you can do it all. And furthermore, this is not you can do it well. This is not going, oh, the jack of all trades, but the master of none. No, jack of all trades and master of all, Cancer. You have that ability. You have the ability that anything that catches your interest, anything literally that catches your attention, no matter if that's one thing or 50 things, Cancer, you can become the master of all. There's no limit on it. Don't place a limit, Cancer, on your own growth. I have to go and see about that, I guess. He says, oh, I was bad. He was bad. He harassed my perfect little Kwee-Kwee-chan. But you can see videos of her if you want. I should put out more videos. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I need to put out a Sagittarius video, an astrological note. Poor little Sagittarius, all by Sagittarius self. Everyone else has an updated astrological note except for Sagittarius. I had a little bit of selenite that was here and now it went away. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So a little bit of selenite right here. I don't know if you can see it. Actually, keep this with my cards. Yeah, I like stones. So, I like stones. Like my river stone. I like stones far too much. Every time I go out, I pick up a new stone. Anyway, Cancer, very, very interesting. Oh, I do feel Cancer for some of you. There's some not the best nice things that are kind of going to arrive or are coming to a head. But ultimately, Cancer, that's not where your focus should be. And even though things may be kind of up in the air and not making sense, Cancer, I want you to think about the future, think about your opportunities. Cancer, I want you to talk to people. Cancer, I definitely want you to talk to people. I want you to see what they're doing. I want you to tell them, if you want to work with them, I want you to tell them what you can do. Hear their needs, Cancer. And if you want to work with them, if you want to be with them, I'm going to say work, not really be. If you want to work with them, Cancer, well, tell them what they want to hear. Because, Cancer, I really 5,000% believe not only will you fulfill whatever you say you can do, Cancer, you're going to do it better than anyone else. And that's my message to you, Cancer. You can do it all, and you can do anything. Anyway, until the next reading, I am wishing all of you the most beautiful day. Bye-bye. Oh, that went off so many times.